Hello. Thank you for coming today. I'm really happy that you've accepted my invitation. I'm actually pretty surprised to see you. I didn't think you was gonna come today. But here you are in the flesh. It's nice to meet you. I hope your journey here wasn't too complicated. I do have quite a few protection spells up right now because I'm selling quite a lot of expensive and unique items that I really need to protect these days. So I do apologize if you had difficulty getting here. Oh, you didn't? That's a relief. So you must be a little bit confused as to why there was a random invitation down your letterbox. Well, let me just tell you a little bit about me. So, I am Analia A. Fox, but you can just call me A. Fox. Okay? I am obviously a merchandise seller, but I am also a wood elf, and I possess multiple talents and skills in alchemy and magicka, and I'm very good with woodwork, and I have dedicated a lot of time to creating unique potions and enchantments and new spells. My enchantment level is actually over 1,000, and my magicka is around 800 to 900, between that region. So obviously all of my enchanted products that you can purchase here and all of my potions are of a similar level, which means all of my goods are extremely rare and extremely expensive but divine. My products are very, very, very high quality, and there's not many mages and there's not many witches around or anyone that can produce potions that are quite as high quality as mine because of my enchantment level. So I hope that brings you comfort when you're taking a look at my stock, which I will just let you know what exactly that includes. So I have a huge list of my stock. Not all of it is here, of course, but my list of stock is all here. So it depends what really you're after, but I will let you have a nose at this yourself. But I have an array of potions, medicines, poisons, merchandise that is like miscellaneous. I have clothing items and herbs and remedies and special products that you can't find in many locations, such as fairy dust, orc's teeth, and along here we have, like, I don't have it with me right now, but you can place orders as well, which includes Skiva's skin, and also I have, back in my main house, I have some claws, some teeth, some more hairs, little particles like small hairs. I also have some mud crabs claws, and I have the skin of the giant snake. I have 2 of those left. Oh no, taking a look, I actually have 3 of those left. So if you wanted a snake skin, I have that back at my other house. But the snake skin is very expensive, just so you're aware. I also sell invitations. It sounds a bit bizarre, but by invitations, what I mean is I have, because of my level, I am very intermarred along a lot of regions, in a lot of pacts, and for example, the Daggerfall Covenant wants me, people back at Valenwood want me, and there's some people from the Ebonheart pact that want me, so I have a lot of invitations to join their pacts and cults, and I have my own business to run, so I don't want to join those. But say you have some business to attend to that is in, let's say, infiltrating the Ebonheart pack, I can get you a free pass into their building. So, if you ever need to do anything like that, I can help you out. So I have stuff that's for good uses and bad. I'm neither good nor bad, so that puts me on the balance. So, as an adventurer, what is the most important thing to you? Okay, so you're traveling at the moment quite a lot. In a lot of combat? Yes, thought so. So, if you're planning to travel to more dangerous areas, which by the sound of things you are, I would advise quite a lot of different potions that are going to help you survive. I have a whole array of potions over here, and the most valuable potion that I can tell you about is this. This is a health bottle. Gives you 60% health back every 10 seconds. So if you want to heal yourself greatly, you can take this kind of medicine and it will heal you very quickly. I have this in smaller doses and in stronger doses too, though there is a disadvantage to taking the stronger version. What I am offering you here in this bottle is my most popular strength of healing, because 60% in 10 seconds is pretty good, and it's not going to negatively affect you in any other way, so it gives you the perfect chance to heal up and get yourself ready for combat in good time, without slowing you down, making you tired or drowsy, which obviously for combat is not good. Now, I can give you a small sample of any of my potions, so if you want to take a trial of them and see how well they work for you out in the fields, that is fine. What I can do is put it into a little vial, and you can take it with you. I don't charge my first time buyers for test products, so feel free to try some of this for no cost. Now that is the medicine that I author, which again, to remind you, has a 60% health in 10 seconds. The next thing that you're definitely going to want to take with you, especially if you do like magic, are you into magic? Of course, everyone's into magic. Is this really, really good magic potion. Now, I don't know what level your magic is. I don't want to be rude by asking. Okay, that's cool. You don't have to tell me. Some people are a little bit shy with their personal information. I don't know why, but you know. But this here is for people who have a lot of magic, and they drain through it very quickly. Say, for example, you use high quality spells and you use great summoning spells. You're gonna burn through it very quick, aren't you? Where this here, this really, really good magic potion will help you regenerate your magic 89% in 3 seconds, which is insane because 3 seconds really isn't anything at all. If you think about it, I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, and you're 80%, 89% more prepared for combat again. So this magic potion is really high quality. It also smells really nice. It smells a little bit like violets, though it is blue. It does smell like sweet violets. Do you want to have a smell? Here. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's very nice. So, if you want to take a little tester of this too, again, no extra cost, and I would be delighted for you to try this out, especially if you do like magic, like myself. And finally, we have, well, you think this is a stamina potion? That's where you're wrong. This actually is not a stamina potion at all. I would not advise mixing this up with your stamina because bad things will happen, trust me. This here is actually a poison. Now, I wouldn't advise selling this to people who are not really traveling, but as an adventurer like yourself, you're going to need poison. You may ask why. Why would you need poison over stamina? Well, the reason I value poison is because I meet so many people, and you never know when they're going to be turning on you. And you don't always want to use magic. Magic obviously has its downsides, it has its negativity on your body. So you don't want to be using magic all the time, trust me. So in alternative situations, this lovely poison potion is really good. It's a strong venom. I actually use the giant snake's teeth venom to produce this, which is why it's really rare. And it's also not the nicest color, if you can see. It's not a good color at all. It's kind of yucky. That's because it's more poison than anything that's going to do good for you. So, if you're interested in using this, trying it out, I'd be more than happy to let you have a piece. I sell this in smaller batches because it is very difficult to get. Just so you know, okay? So, that is the poison, and I don't really know the specific strength of it, but it uses giant snakes' venom, so that kind of says enough, right? Okay. So, they are my 3 main potions that I craft, but they're nothing special. They're nothing unique. They're just, you know, your go-to sort of products, if you will. So, as an adventurer, I would highly recommend you purchase or at least try out these little things out first. Okay? Right. So, moving on to the more advanced remedies, I have parts that you can purchase to use on your own alchemy station. So, if you like to craft and you want to level yourself up a little bit, I am happy to sell you the particles to use in your own crafting. Okay? So, I do a little bit of both. I do the herbal side, which is some of the products that you can see back here. And then I also do these little vials, these small mini vials, which are for different purposes. So, if we take a little look and let's just pick them all up. So let me take a look at these. We have my 4 main bottles. So we've got here some magic. It's just your standard dose of magic mixed together. And depending on how much you use of this, it's going to affect what damage you're going to do and how strong it's going to be, and depending on your level of your alchemy. I can't say for sure how effective this magic potion particle will be, but just so you know, I use this all the time. This is also what I used for my enchantment over here, and that does great stuff. So it really does depend on what level your magic is to how well it's going to work for you, okay? So that's the magic vials. And magic vials, I sell these at 3,000 coin, which is not really anything at all. And then I do the same thing. This is a stamina potion. You can actually take this in droplets. As long as you have a little tiny filter, you can take these in droplets on their own if you just want quick stamina, but I highly recommend that you put these into food. Okay, so this is my stamina potion, and if you put these into, say, cupcakes or biscuits or any kind of bread roll, or maybe into alcohol, if that's what you prefer, and it's going to give you that boost of stamina you need. It's the most common basic thing that you use. So that's that. Again, these are all the same price, just so you know. And then this is where the more fun things are. So we've got here some blood. This blood is, well, I have multiple bloods. This specific blood, I believe, is this one in specific, I believe, is from the wolves. This is, yeah, this is, let me just check which one this is. So I think this one, yeah, this one is wolf's blood. Wolf's blood has a certain smell to it. When you've been working with alchemy for as long as I have, you'll know the smell of different bloods. And trust me, this is wolf's blood. Did you want to smell it? No? Okay. Didn't think so. It's not the nicest smell. I'm not gonna lie. But this wolf's blood is a key component, or any blood, but blood is a very key component to any kind of poisonous venom you want to make, or if you want to make, well, any negative thing, really. Most of the time I use other creatures' blood, like orcs or Algonian's blood or Khajiit blood, if I want to, like, you know, produce something to harm them. I have nothing against any other species, but I do take a lot of requests, and a lot of people do have difficulties with other people, so I'm just the middle lady. So yeah, I've been requested to get the blood of all sorts of people. And yes, I have gotten blood from the wood elves before too, and I don't know what happened to the people they were used on, but there we go. So it's something for you. So again, if you're interested in blood, I can hook you up. So yeah. And finally, I also have, this is very rare and I don't sell it very often, so when it's in stock you should try and get it ASAP. It's spider venom. because spider venom comes from a specific breed of spider, which come from the deep caves, like real deep. Just not your average caves. They come from the worst places in the world. I hate going there, so I don't really stock it in very often because, yeah, I don't like it. But it sells really well. So if you want some, again, well, actually, this one is not 3,000 coin. This one's 5,000 coin. But yeah, if you ever need any of that, I've got some. Again, venom. You know what venom's used for, I assume. So I won't extend one. Okay. So that's the compartments for mixing alchemy with your magic liquids. Now I also sell particles for alchemy back here too. Let me just bring it over. So I have a whole array in here of different items, different pieces of herbs that are from different places. Now, these herbs, not all of them are really rare, but most of them actually are quite rare. And I sell these herbs by weight, so not by what they are, but by their weight. So you can purchase multiple pieces at once. Let me just show you some of them. So we got some roots here. These roots are very crunchy. You can eat these as well. These are actually edible, so you can put these into food as well. So perhaps if you want to make some kind of enchanted cake or bread, you can. And then we also have some wood barking, and these are from the trees in Valenwood. I use this wood for crafting my woodwork as well, so like when I make weapons or arrows or bows, this is the quality wood that I use. It's really good because it's quite thin, as you can hear. It's quite fragile, which doesn't give it very good durability when I craft weapons, but it does have really good sustainability, and it does absorb magic really, really well. That's one of the reasons I use this quite a lot, this wood. So that's Valenwood wood, and yeah. And the next thing that I also supply is these berries, which, they're dried berries. They are actually preserved by orcs. These are special kind of berry. If you take a look. Well, they're not berries at all, actually, by that they are acorns. But they're special type of acorn. They have been preserved by orcs for a very long time, about 3 to 5 years these are preserved for before they're usable. They dry them out entirely, and they work really, really well in soups. Again, so they're edible leaves. They work really well in soups and crushed up, put into all sorts of enchantment spells. They're primarily used for enchanting objects like weapons. You can enchant clothes with them, but they're not as good on clothing. The enchantment sticks better on wood and metal than fabric. Okay, so we sell these as well. It depends really what you're after crafting, to what particles you want. But one thing I do really recommend getting is these. They're amazing. Okay, they are so good. They smell amazing. Smell these. Yeah, exactly. They smell amazing, and they are just perfect for everything, honestly. So these don't have a specific function, but these wooden twigs are hung out to dry for 6 months in a it's not like a special building. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's by some farmers that I'm in contact with. But everyone has their own methods of how they dry them out. But the farmers I go to specifically have a really nice little home they've made specifically for drying this. And these are like the fundamental part to any kind of alchemy, anything. So I really advise you pick up a stack or these or two. So 100% purchase these. They're just useful for anything conjunction wise, and I'm fairly sure you already know what they are anyway. And the final thing that I have in my collection of herbs is these flowers. These flowers come from the lilies in the streams, which are just a natural ingredient. As you can see, smell them. They smell very nice. And like stuff that smells good. So these are, yeah, like I said, a natural ingredient. And you can find them in all sorts of lakes and rivers across the whole of Tamriel. So really, things, you don't have to even buy them because you can find them everywhere. But if you do want to buy them, they're very cheap. They're mainly used on and putting enchantments onto like perfumes, and that's pretty much it. So they're not that necessary either. But yeah, in case you wanted those, they're here. So that's just my average sort of stuff. Now, moving on to my more elite products. Okay, so we're gonna have a little look at my better potions. So we have here, back here, a very, very high level poison. This poison is probably the reason that I have such protection on this building. This poison is very lethal, it's very toxic, and it's got a special protection because it smells really bad. And it's also very toxic just to smell. It could probably probably kill you if you're not a high level, straight out, just by smelling it. So that's why it's in such a concealed particle. But this poison can be used in multiple ways because it's so strong. You can just, boop, and you're dead. Or perhaps you can put it into some kind of drink in a very, very small dose. Or you can use it to take out the whole of a city or whatever. If you decide to do that, it's up to you. It's completely your choice. But this, I can assure you, will do so much damage. And it lasts such a long time. So, yeah. If you're wondering how much this is, well, it is about 85,000 coin. Because it's very rare and it's very complex to craft as well. This potion involves the spider venom that I told you about, and it also includes, can't tell you everything, but it also includes some poison from the dragons. It also includes some snake venom, and it's just basically a mixture of a lot of venoms. Kind of went crazy one night seeing what I could produce and how vile it could be, and yeah, produced this, and it works like a charm, trust me. So I would really love it if you purchase this. I've had about 4 people purchase this, and they said it was the most amazing thing they ever purchased ever. So unfortunately I can't get this one out because it's very heavy. But this in here, this is a very unique potion, and I sell it in small batches. You can't buy the whole bottle, but I sell that in small batches. And what it is, it's a mixture of blood. Well, it'll be whoever's blood that you're targeting it for, so you're probably gonna want your own blood, unless you want to help someone else out. But you use this with your own blood, about 3 drops, and you add magicka to it as well. So it's with this magicka, your own blood, and some very, very rare fairy dust. I actually sell the fairy dust too. If I come over here, you can see that I sell this fairy dust. That the fairy dust is very, very difficult to get hold of, which is why it's very expensive as well. And fairy dust cannot be collected from dead fairies, just so you know. If you don't know what fairy dust is or how to acquire it, you need to request it from the fairies themselves. You can't just kill fairies and collect it. That doesn't work like that. You actually have to request it, and then the fairies always want stuff in return, and it's very just chaotic and long-winded and annoying. But this fairy dust works like a charm when you use it, so it's definitely worth getting it. So I supply this. It's quite expensive because it's hard working to get, but this is also what's inside this magical potion. Now this magical potion, what does it do? Well, this magical potion will give you a boost in pretty much every department that you can think of. Because it's suited to your blood, it primarily focuses on healing you whilst giving you additional magic and fairy dust. Fairy dust has the ability to amplify all benefits of the person. So whatever stat you have leveled up, say you have, level 20 archery, your 20 level archery is now going to go up to at least 200. So, it's a very high beneficial potion. So say you have to do something, a quest perhaps, that's way above your level, but you want to go and do it anyway. This potion will allow you that first entry. Be warned though, this potion only lasts for 12 hours. So if you want to use it, you really need to use it quickly. Get in and out on that quest very fast. I also have another potion which I need to tell you about, which is very similar to this one. It's pretty much the same as this one. It's also black, but this one is an ability. It changes your appearance to other people. So when I said earlier that you can purchase invitations, well, that's what it's for. It's to go along with invitations. So I'm not telling you to do bad things, by the way, but I'm just saying, if that's the way you want to go, I can hook you up. So take one of these invitations to say join the Ebonheart Pact. Take one of these vials, well, in a potion in a vial. Consume it. You will become perceptive as one of them. The people that you see, the people that you speak to, they will think you are the nicest, kindest person. They'll believe anything you say. Basically, the world mercies to you, and it only lasts for 4 hours. So if you do want to do some digging into another legion or whatever, you can do that, but you can only do it for 4 hours. Anything that they thought about or know about you will be forgotten once the potion wears off. So it's like the perfect incognito spell, really. It looks very similar to this though, so you have to be careful if you purchase this and that, because you could get them mixed up and then you might end up killing yourself, which would be a bad idea. Okay, just you've been warned. Now, also, I'm going to give you a quick sample of some other products that I have which compromise for your alchemy for crafting. It includes these herbs. Okay, so this is my herb tree, or one of my herb trees. I have a whole herb tree farm at home, and let me just cut a couple of different pieces. Okay, that's another one, and I'll take this one. Looks good. Okay, so I'll let you have these 3 little herbs. They smell really fresh as well. They're in good condition. These little herbs here are perfect to accompany with anything that you're crafting. They're just very basic herbs. I'll give these to you for free. You don't need to pay for them. And also, I have another freebie for you, which is this berry. These berries are only grown at winter time of year. So if you want these berries, you have to harvest them at winter. In the rest of the year, they turn really hard and they eventually drop off the trees and they break and they die. But I have the ability to glaze them and preserve them all year round. And these berries are very good for food ingredients. So if you want to use these for cooking, again, here's a little free one for a sample for you, and I hope that you like it. Let me know if you do. And the next thing that I'm going to show you is my clothing range. So I have quite a few clothing items for sale. The first thing isn't necessarily a piece of clothing, but it's actually a piece of jewelry. All of my clothes and jewelry have enchantments on them. This one here, as you can see, is a beautiful necklace. It's a double necklace, which means you can have 2 enchantments on it at once. Take a look. Okay, and then we've got this one here. And this necklace will, depending on what enchantment you want, I can upgrade your benefits by 40% for this one and 70% for this one. So most people tend to put the smaller one on health and this one on resistance, but I can do other enchantments like durability and recovery, or your stamina and stuff like that. So really, it just depends what you are most focused on. So if you want to get any of my pendants and have those enchanted, I can do that for you. Okay. Now, with these enchantments, whilst you're wearing these necklaces, they are only active. So if you don't have it on you physically around your neck, it won't work. Just so you know, you can't use it in your pocket. You need to wear it. And I can't do an enchantment on it for you right now. If you would like to purchase one of these double necklaces, you would? Awesome, that's great. Okay, so what enchantment would you like on your necklace? For, let's say, the smaller one first. Healing? Okay, so what level are you exactly? So I know what sort of level healing. Okay, that's fine. So I should be able to put a good healing spell on this for you. Okay. Okay, so I put onto this a 43% healing in 3 seconds onto this. So this will be good for most average combat sessions. So I would definitely advise wearing this if you don't want to take potions out with you for healing measurements. And what would you like on your bigger pendant? Okay, that's an interesting choice. Okay, well, I know what kind of person you are. Okay, well, where can you put it on then? Right. to complete the enchantment for this, I actually need to dip it into some kind of magic, and because of the kind of spell that you're going for, I'm going to just dip it into some water with some concentrated water, which will be linked with magic. Okay. I can't believe you decided to go for that, to be honest. It's a really unique combination. I don't think I've ever seen anyone get that combination on their necklace before, which means your pendant is very unique. So I'm going to add some magic to this clear vial. Okay. Okay. So, shall we? Just going to add 2, 4. Okay. So, as you can see, it's not extremely strong, which is perfect. And now I'm just going to dip this part of your necklace into the water. Okay. Right. Now I'm just going to leave this in the water for a few moments, just so it can soak in more magicka, whilst we finish off purchasing stuff, okay? So, it's a good choice on that necklace, by the way. Okay, so now the next thing that I'm going to show you that you can purchase for clothing is, it's highly recommended, and this looks good on men and women, just so you know. You don't have to buy this if you're only one gender. So this is a beautiful corset that I have handcrafted myself, and I sell a lot of these. Trust me, a lot of them. If you don't want to wear it on top of your clothes, you can wear this underneath. It is a really, really good quality corset. Looks very pretty too, which is why a lot of people buy this from me. But on this corset, I can put all kinds of enchantments. Depends what you're really after, but this specific one, if you just want one to take home with you today, this one has a 20% resistance and a 13% health recovery. So this one's actually made for combat, but not strong combat. It's really useful to wear these underneath your outfits when you're going out and about. So I highly recommend that you invest in one of these. Okay. And then to compromise these, I have also got some armbands. As you can see, these armbands go very well. So if you wanted to purchase this corset, I will give you these armbands for free, okay? And I can put a little enchantment on these as well. The enchantment will only be a weak one, but because it's free. But I can put any kind of enchantment that you'd like onto this too, okay? So would you like one of these two to go with the necklace? Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Thank you. You want this one specifically, yeah? Not to order one in. Okay, great. And last of all, we have these gloves too. These gloves are my favorite. I actually wear these gloves myself. As you can see, they're very flexible, very soft, and they have a lining on the inside too. These are also crafted by myself. So if you would like to purchase these gloves, again, I can put whatever enchantment onto these that you would like. Or you could take away these gloves today that I already have got a 20% healing on, and I believe they also have an increased magic up by 20% too. So there you are, okay, these ones. Would you be interested in purchasing these? So, you want these ones too? That's great. These ones are actually not too bad. Okay, so put those with your corset too. And so, just a little miscellaneous thing that I have to offer you as well is this rose. Now, the reason I'm bringing this rose up is actually because, again, I don't want to promote violence or anything, but as an adventurer, I find it's often more than once on an occasion, especially as a female. You tend to have wanderers approach you, come out of nowhere, try and sell you stuff, or try to take you on a date, and a lot of the taverns at the moment have lots of weird, nasty potions going into people's drinks. So you need to be very careful and cautious when you're going to stay in your inns and stuff like that, okay? And what I can offer you is this rose, and this rose, I can enchant it. And the way that I enchant it is I use your blood, and I put your blood on this rose, and then I use an enchantment spell to summon a protection aura around you. And what you do is you simply give this rose to somebody, or the way it works is that you give this rose to somebody, and if they smell it or if they prick themselves on the thorns, then they will actually suffer a nasty poisonous death. Isn't it wonderful? It's a way to get rid of your problems nowadays. So if you would like one of those roses, I can have one of those sent for you as well. But I will need your blood. Don't worry, I won't take a lot of it. Okay. okay? Awesome. Okay, so I'll take your blood then. I'm just gonna take a tiny little sample. I just need to prick you. Don't worry, it won't hurt, okay? Don't have to worry. If you could just get me your arm, please. Just put it out forward for me. Thank you. Okay, right. Let me just hold your arm, your sleeve up. Okay, right. There we go. And I don't really have any tools with me to use right now, so I could just use the magic root. It's gonna hurt a little bit more than I would have thought it would, because I'm gonna extract it via magic, okay? Don't worry. Everyone's always very cautious when I say that I'm gonna extract it with that. Okay, so give me your arm, and I'm just going to use magic to extract it, and I will consume it into my ring, and then I can put it out into what I want it for later, okay? Right, okay, so okay, right, that didn't hurt too much, I hope. I don't usually do it like that. I do apologize. So what I'll do with your blood is I will put into a vial, and I will craft the antidote onto the thorns for you, and then I will send you out a rose, okay? Don't think I'm a mystery lover. I'll just be sending you your rose. Okay, as beautiful as you are. Unfortunately, I am already married. And no, you cannot ask the name of them. And they are lovely. Again, thanks for asking. So is that everything that you're interested in today? So far, for purchases, I have your necklace, the piece of clothing, and then you would like to purchase. Okay, that's great. So I'll put these little pieces into bags for you right now. Did you say you want the fairy dust? Okay. Right. So I'll put this fairy dust into this packaging for you. Okay. Great. So there's the fairy dust. Put that by your side there, okay? And then I'm also going to package your pieces of alchemy construction into this little bag here, okay? So you wanted, did you say you wanted one of these? Yeah, okay. Right, so I will put that into here. If it will fit. There we go. And then, did you want any of these? The blood? A wolf's blood. Okay, good choice. Means I'll need to restock on some more wolf's blood. Great. So I'll just put that into here too. So that's this packed up for you too. So I'll put that down there too, okay? There we go. And I will give you the test purchase pieces as well later, as well, just before you walk out. And then I will wrap up these item pieces. Okay, so I'm going to put your gloves into one of these bags. Okay. There is your gloves too. There we go. And finally, your corset. Now your corset I'm going to put into a actual bag for you. Okay. There we go. And I will also put your other things into this bag too. Put this in there. And this in there too. Okay. Great. And oh yes, your necklace too. Don't want to forget your necklace. It's been sitting here quite a while, so I think the enchantment will last a long time. Okay? Great. Right, so I will put your necklace into this little bag in here too. Okay, so. And did you want any of these other pieces? Yes. Okay, so how many pieces of these? Okay. I'll put these in here too. I'll put some more of these in here for you. And finally, I'll give you some of these too. Okay. There we go. So, this is all of your stuff for you today. I hope that you enjoyed these purchases. And thank you so much for coming. If you would like to place any orders, please write them down just in this booklet here. I will give you this booklet and you can write down any placement orders that you would like to make, okay? So write these and I will send them to you. Well, I will travel up and send you your pieces when I have the chance, okay? So make sure you write down where you live and the products you want, and that will be all. And you can pay me just as you go to leave too. So I'll take you out now. We can go and get you on your way, okay? So thank you so much for coming. It's been an absolute pleasure doing business with you. So yeah, let's go, shall we?